This meeting is being recorded.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. We're super excited to have everyone here today. And today's actually a really special treat. We have Julie Lindh herself here. So we're going to learn all about green beauty. If anyone has any questions, just feel free to put them in the chat and Julie will be happy to get to them. And we have a sale as well.
Yes, we set up a special coupon for our attendees today in checkout on our website, which is just californiaskincaresupply.com. In the coupon code, you can just put Julie and you will save 10% on the entire Julie Lindh Skin Expert brand. My name's Kelly, and this is my daughter, Julia, and we own California Skincare Supply. We are a 3-generation female family-owned company, and we specialize in offering the esthetician's edge and consider ourselves a one-stop shop for all your esthetician's needs. So without further ado, once again, if you have any questions, you can either turn your video on and just ask away, or you can put them in chat and we will make sure that Julie can see them.
Yes. All right, take it away, Julie.
Okay, so I think I just want to talk a little bit about the background of the plant-based and the green beauty. So in my own background, I had a grandfather who was a shaman. So I pretty much grew up with him as a child when I was living in Asia. And he uses a lot of plants and oil, and he used to create all these, magic potion and based on oil or powders. So it was absolutely amazing to grow up with something like supernatural. And when I grew up I moved to Sweden because my dad was Swedish, and it was really dry and really cold. And so, I remember my granddad used to do all these mix in the kitchen. So that's kind of how it started. And I love everything that you can eat, meaning that, products that you can eat that is not harmful for your cells, tissues, and so forth. So the plant-based products actually started with the green enzyme mask. That's how it started. And I formulated this in 2000. So they look like that, and it's a powder base. You can literally eat it. If you put it in the capsule, it becomes like a green superfood. So it has this, I don't know if you can see it. It's like all this powder form. And I added bromelain and papain in here for the enzyme purposes to digest your dead cells on the surface. Like we will probably say like a Pac-Man, it eats up your dead cells. And it has 13 different ingredients. As I said, you can eat it. That was my first product that I developed. And from there, it just kind of grew on its own because of the demands from my own clients. The next product that I began to explore was the skin potion. And that came from my granddad's, the magic oil. He created this oil that if you have a headache, you put it on. You have stomach pain, you put it on. If you have anything, you put this magic potion on. So it has saved my skin a lot living in Stockholm in Sweden when it was really cold. So, and I thought, oil, most people probably don't want to put oil on their skin, especially in America. When I first created the oil, they're like, no, but oil is going to make me break out. It's going to make me have acne and so forth. Actually, it all depends on what kind of oil that is being mixed. These the skin potions, they are based on rosehip seed, pure rosehip seed, almost 100%. And I didn't realize it was not so easy to get rosehip seed when I first started to formulate the products, because sometimes they would call me from Chile and said, hey, we had storm, so we couldn't harvest any rosehip seeds. You have to wait. So I realized that, oh my God, this is a very interesting oil. And I've did a lot of research on rosehip seed because it has a healing property, it has repairing, and it rejuvenates the skin. So that's the second product that I've kind of built. And then second after that was the tinted. It was a mistake that they harvested, they didn't refine it, and they sent it to me and it was orange. And I said, what am I going to do? Gallons of orange oil. And I said, okay, it will become the tinted, sun-kissed oil. That's it. And it became so popular. And I think I was the first one to actually create something tinted oil that people look glowy and yeah, sun-kissed, like they've been to Miami. It was very popular among men. So I said, okay, I'll keep it. So that's kind of like the standard of the oil. Then I wanted to explore with CBD because I kind of grew up with CBD as a medicinal plant with my grandfather. So he uses it for inflammation in the tissue, and also for, as we know now, drops into your body that also help to create de-inflame whatever that you're going through in your system. So I had lots of clients that came with scar tissues and acne, and I said, you know what, I can't really give them the skin potion, so I'm just going to mix, formulate another product that actually had, you know, CBD. So the balanced skin potion actually has 550 milligram of full spectrum CBD extract. So those were the oil, and they are great to be used in a treatment room, especially after your skin is, you know, after peel, skin is dry, after dermaplaning and so forth. So far, I've not had anybody getting any type of reaction, and I do aggressive treatments in my menu. So I've tried them all. So these are foolproof, guaranteed, tried in my treatment room, as well as, you know, just how do you use that at home, even for acne. And it had balanced the oil production, the sebum productions in the layers of the skin. And that's kind of like what we want. So basically, the full line of Green Beauty, it is for nourishing the skin that's been overdose of peels, scraping, you know, superficial dehydrations and so forth. And that's the idea of having these products, is for nourishing, repairing. I wanted to come up with something that is tissue repair, but on a plant-based, concentrated, that will do its work. Meaning that your system, your body recognize these molecules that are penetrating through your tissues and begin to repair on its own without giving any type of side effect or a next problem that sometimes we do when we're using products that cover up or you know, quick fix. So it's nourishing, repairing, and also healing, and diffuse a lot of inflammation in the skin. So a lot of the ingredients are highly antioxidant. They are just combined a little different, you know, depending on what you like. Because after I created the oil, then somebody comes, hey, don't you have a cream? Don't you have a serum? And that's kind of how I expanded the line. So it wasn't so much I'm sitting there and said, hey, you know what, I'm going to create 5 serum or 3 serum. These are all demanded by my clients, and it just worked. And I've had these formulas since 2009. So it just finally now, 2 years ago, that I made it, you know, presentable, and it's not just a Julie on it or Kelly on it, because in the beginning, that's how it was. Everybody got Kelly skin, get Kelly products, you know. So now I finally I wanted to share them with the world, and I feel like they work amazing in a treatment room as well as outside. And I've added great, you know, aromas or scent to it, that it's not too overly powering, so it doesn't stay. It's just because they're made of plant, they will kind of like fuse off as well. And then of course, once you create all that, you know, people wanted to know, hey, do you have a cleanser? So I began to explore cleansing. And I love elderflower because I'm Swedish and we eat elderflower, we drink elderflower. So that's why I've created the elderflower facial cleanser. It is kind of, it's like both. So it's not for just oily skin or for dry skin. It is for all skin type. I wanted to cover the full spectrum of all skin issue. I believe cleansing is just cleansing. You're not supposed to dry it out so much. You're not supposed to add more oil. So elderflower has an astringent properties. So it helps to control your oil sebum if you have overproductions of that. But at the same time, it doesn't dry your skin out. So there is no sulfate. So we're using the cocomate as well in here. And then my latest of all of the products was the Elderflower facial essence. I grew up with facial essence since I was a child. We used to just take flowers that's been fallen off from the tree or the bushes, and then we would gather that and we would dry them, and then we would grind them, powderize, and put them into water, and then let it ferment for about 7 days before we start using it. So that is more like an essence. It comes from a purity of its own molecule, and that is ferment in its own, embedded into that, liquid as a carrier. So, but facial essence is also very, very big in Japan and in Korea. It is an extra step, but I believe facial essence is like in between toner and a serum. And so I wanted to create something. And I launched this for Mother's Day, I think 2 years ago, and it's been amazing. And it has 150 milligram of CBD, full spectrum. So it helps a lot in the treatment room. So especially if you're using a peel, dermaplaning, microdermabrasion and such, if you feel that the skin is flare up, you want the Elderflower facial essence. You take 2 drops of that and then you put it over your face, or you can use that into everything else as well. So it is a savior. So this should always be in a treatment room. It's like, I don't know, it's like a magic essence. You must have this in a treatment room. I mean, I've got clients that use it for cuts, scrapes, men for razor burn, people with rosacea or also with psoriasis and scalp issue are using the facial essence. So the combination of the elderflower with the CBD and then also the honeysuckle kind of work together. So yeah, I chose honeysuckle in all of the rest of the products as preservative. I wanted to go even natural than the typical natural preservative. And we realized that the honeysuckle actually preserve the activity in the molecule until it lands in your skin. So, so yes, that's kind of like a little bit of background of the plant-based. For the serums, the Calm has also CBD. This is also 500 milligram of CBDs. This is also great for people with lots of redness and acne. I'm talking about acne, redness, acne, because CBD has an anti-inflammatory properties. So when you do apply a lot of it, it helps to calm down the redness immediately. And that's the reason why I did Calm. So the Calm, the essence, it's a must in the treatment room if you are doing aggressive treatments, such as peels and microdermabrasions, any type of resurfacing treatments. Then we have the Nourish face serum. I wanted something that was hydrating, but yet not that don't sit on the skin. You know, sometimes we have a tendency to apply so many products, and then at the end we don't even know which one actually penetrating through. So the Nourish is just pure vitamins. It has tons of vitamins. They are just plant-based vitamins. And I always say that you need vitamins for your skin. You need the wake up. You need that kind of like a kick or a boost. You need to use Nourish. It is made for all skin types. So even the oiliest and acne skin can use this instead of a cream. So it's a great product. It's my favorite, and then it has that incredible smell that I like. So I'm sharing that with everybody else. I don't have in my world, I don't believe in too many creams. I am more into serums and oils that prep the skin. I believe creams are more for sealing all these products, or kind of keep all the products intact because of its large molecules, as you probably know. So it is a shield. It protects the the barrier of your skin with the cream, while all these molecules of the oils and serums are doing its work. So they are staying intact. So I only have 2 creams in my skincare line because I feel like if you have a really good cream, that's all you need. But the serums are the best, essence, and then the oil. Those are kind of the necessity for your skin health. So there you have it. It's so pretty much it is repairing. I believe that aging or acne or scars and so forth, skin goes through such an impact, whether it's from the outside or the internal. But we see the reaction such as redness, scars that do not heal, or spots. But if you begin to heal that with the right, correct formulas and the right ingredients, your body will adapt to helping it to repair and to heal itself. And I believe together, when you do that with any products, that's how you get rejuvenated skin, right? That's how you get the glow. That's how you get the radiance. Because it's not something always topical, but it's internal. So that has to work with the topicals, because there are so many products out there. Like, what makes you take this product against that? And that has to do with seasonal skin changes every single day, hormonals, and all that. So it might work for you this time, but then next time doesn't. So I think when we work with clients, how do we not giving them the same set of products years after years? And that's our job, to really analyze and look at their tissues. And my world, I always look at the skin more on a scientific base, because I have science background. So I'm looking at it on a molecule cell base. What does it take to energize the cell membrane to kick off whatever that is sitting there, inflammation and such? What does it take for the membrane to stay intact, for it to stay round so that the matrix holds it together? What will it take for the cell activities in order for them to purge out things that is no longer valid or no longer served between the cells? So when I look at skin, I look at those areas. That is how I manage to help my clients with the right, correct ingredients, and also fast result that improve their skin faster. So yes, there are times I give a super acneic skin just the facial essence and the balance. Most people would say, yeah, but that's too oily. Like, what would that do? Well, it would help to balance, it would help to heal, and it will kickstart, kind of reset, like a detoxification, so to speak. So yes, in the beginning, clients may come back and say, you know what, I think I have more acne now. And that's not really true. You don't produce anything more. You just, whatever you have underneath is coming to the surface, because you're pushing it out, you're repairing, you're rejuvenating, helping the skin to get rid of all that not supposed to stay underneath. So so far, this product's been working for all skin type, even for the most dry skin. As I mentioned, this can be used in the treatment room, and it can, so far we only had a good feedback, and I hope Kelly have good feedback for us as well. So
yeah,
we absolutely love it. Sorry. Yeah, everybody got these beautiful kits, these beautiful facial kits for attending the class. And in it, I was wondering if you could walk the attendees through the facial. They received the Elderflower facial cleanser, 2 of the green enzyme mask, the Elderflower facial essence with CBD. I am so addicted. Like, I can't live without this product. The glow skin potion, they got the tinted, they've got the 2 of the Calm Facial Serum and the 24 Dewy Face Cream. So let's walk them through the facial treatment.
Okay. So the first thing is, of course, the cleanser. So you use that cleanser and it foams. It's really nice. I like it. It smells, has that mild smell to it. Clients love it. So you use very little. You can even use it for shaving. That's how great it is. And it doesn't leave any marks or redness. Second step would be your Elderflower facial essence. This is not a toner. You don't want to put on cottons. You don't want to, get rid of all that good stuff. So it has 150 milligram of CBD. So you shake it and then just 2 drops in your hands and you press it in. So it's not about massaging it in and so forth. This molecule find its way in anyways. So you press it in and it doesn't leave any type of residue. You may feel that when you begin to rub between your palms, but it doesn't leave any residue. It actually dries up really quick. And so it has a little bit of sud to it because those molecules are being crushed between your palm. So that's the white parts that you see. So you press that in. Don't forget your neck and also under the eyes. It's absolutely amazing. And if you want it to be a little extra boost, you put it in the fridge, then you get an extra boost because it's nice and cool, especially if you are in a warm climate. So that is your day and night. That is the standard cleansing and then the facial essence. The third step for daytime, what I advise is to use your skin potion, the tinted, and then the Nourish, because you kind of want to have the Nourish gives off this nice sheen to skin. It's very light and it's just pure vitamins. So you want to look awakened. You want to have that glow. You want to look like fresh. So that is enough if you are in a warm environment, but adding the 24 hours dewy is not going to make it too oily. If anything, it's going to make your skin look really dewy, and it's perfect for under makeup, especially like mineral makeups, powder. It sets the makeup really, really well, and it goes in and it gives that. Most of my clients think that they don't even need makeup after the 24 hours dewy. We create it that way so that it gives you that dew looks. So, and then for nighttime, you do your cleanser, you do your essence, and then you calm yourself down because now you've been up and about and your skin gone through different activities throughout the day. You do the calm and then you seal it with the 24 hours dewy. So that is something that we highly recommend to begin with until you get to know the products, until you know, okay, you know what, now I need the Nourish for at nighttime as well, or I need the oil for the nighttime as well. No matter what you do, you can't go wrong because the steps are just super easy. But the oil comes first before the serums in this products, in this line. So the oil must comes first and then the serum and then the cream. Then once a week, I love doing the green enzyme. So because it helps to brighten your skin. It brightens your skin. It unplugged any kind of debris that you have inside your pores because it has bicarbonate in there. So it fizzes off that top blackheads that you have. Now that came from me giving that to all my models 20 years ago, how to get rid of their blackheads on the nose. And I used to tell them, use bicarbonate and brush it off. And then it just takes away the top, but they have to come in for a facial to get it really, squeezed out. But the enzyme will do the work for you so you look fresh, especially if you are going to be on events or dates or whatever that is. But it does brighten the skin, and the brightness comes from the enzyme, from the bromelain and the papain. I made this a little bit extra strong than the typical enzyme out there. Only because I want that result. So these were actually used in the treatment room before I begin to offer it to clients because they love it so much. It is very nourishing. It's a superfood for your skin. I say it's like juicing on the outside. You should do that twice a week, just to kind of like work with that plant base, because your skin is thirsty. So when you mix that with water, it absorbs a lot of the other molecules that has been activated by water. So it is amazing. You can use it on your hands, on your chest. And the good part is you are able to use it in the treatment room under the steam. So if you use it in the treatment room under the steam, removing it, you want to scrape it with your spatula. Okay. Now we use the pink pore cleansing brush. For a really oily skin, I would apply the enzyme. I would then use the brush side of that pore cleansing brush and actually doing extra exfoliation. For people with really thick, they have lots of clogged pores, you want to do that under the steam. Then you're removing it with the spatula. I promise you, it will be so easy to remove any type of blackheads that is very deep embedded in the skin. It's almost doing a job for you when you start brushing it with the brush over. So it is amazing. Sometimes I don't even do anything more. I don't do so much extraction because, you know, the products push out all this debris on their own at home. And then when they come over, I do just a little enzyme mask and then they look fantastic. So.
And one of the things I also love about this brand is that it's very ritualistic. Can you explain how you educate your clients on how to use something that is more ritualistic and aromatherapy based?
Yes. So the ritual part of it is the aromas that I implement into the products. I believe beauty ritual is embracing your physical self. It's not about, oh, I got to fit in this serum, or I got to fit in this cream. So I think I was among the first to actually introduce beauty rituals for the Americans and how to take care of yourself. It's me time. That's why we have all these different steps. You know, they are not to be avoided if you want to see results. But it's a lot of these products that in this series is to press in. You have to take time to press in. When you're pressing into your skin, you're creating heat between your palm and your skin to open the channels. So it takes maybe a little bit longer using the plant base, but everyone loves it because it has that smell. So many of my clients are addicted to the smell and they love the actions of doing the treatments because they see results. It gives you results after the first week, you know, for any irritation that you have. So yeah, for me, beauty ritual has been with me since I was a child. I wouldn't know any other way to do beauty. Beauty is a ritual in itself. It's to embrace and respect your physical body, not about vanity. I want to preserve my skin for longer, you know, and I want to help my client preserve their skin for longer. So that was more important to me. And I taught them, in order to do that, you have to be present, you know, with your products. It's not a quick fix. It's not like, you know, it's sometimes I tell them it takes more than a day to clean an old house, right? So it is, it's, everybody wants to have a quick result, especially in America. So I said, yeah, well, if you want to have the internal glow, you want your every layers of the skin creates the glow and the dewiness. That's what it takes. You know, you have to feed with products that actually work. And these products, you know, they are concentrated natural ingredients. So it's not just me putting it together. Hey, let me just throw in that elderflower in there. Everything has a reason because of my background. So I'm all about molecules and science. Would I call it clinical plant-based? Perhaps. I would probably do that. It's the same way as if you're eating just, you know, spinach. If you eat spinach, You're eating it, you're chewing it, you create the enzyme in your mouth, it gets into your body and it disperses out into that molecules into your bloodstream and it works it, right? But if you have a spinach juice that is many more spinach than you chewing, now you're getting highly concentrated of that particular formula and molecules into your system. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I'm trying to say is that each ingredients that are in these bottles, they have a purpose and they are equally strength in to do the work. Yeah.
That's amazing. And then we did get a quick question. Where is the product made?
The product is made in US. I have partnered up with the chemist in Nashville, in Tennessee. She's actually one of the few that created all these plant-based already, I think 30 years ago. And she's amazing. She understands the language and I understand her language. And she does only natural and also explore the first person to explore natural preservative. So yes, so it took me some time. You know, I created most of these products on my own in the beginning because I couldn't find any products that was natural 20 years ago. They say natural, but it's really not natural. So, so I said, you know what, I need to go back to my background and believe me, I tried these products first on myself for the first 3 months before I then give it to a client, and then they try it for a month, and then if they think it's good, that is when I put the label on it, the name for it, and then share it with everybody else. That was very important to me, that that they, you know, that's the stages that I do with any new products that I create. Yeah.
And when you use the green enzyme mask, do you only mix it with water or can you mix it with any of the potions or the serums or the essence?
Yes. So depending on what your skin needs, that's what beauty ritual is, right? You listen to your skin, you listen to and you plan to what needs to get done that day. So yes, if you're using, you can use it with hot water that activates a lot of the enzyme in the products. Now, that's the first thing you want to do. So you want to activate those ingredients first with hot water. Then you'll add whatever you feel that needs to be added there, whether it's a cream because your skin is dry and parched, or oil, no serum, but oil or cream. Then you can also add the Elderflower's facial essence if you have a lot of irritational. So it all depending on, that's where you have to learn what your skin needs. And that's what we do as a skin specialist, correct? We kind of read, analyze what the skin needs. So there are many different multi-use with any of these products. An example, you can use, you know, the oil as a cleanser. If you are so used to the cold cream, if you have clients that are used to not using any type of, you know, cleanser and wants oily cleanser, you take a few drops of your balanced skin potion and mix it with hot water. You apply it on the skin, you massage it, and then you remove that with a wet towel. That becomes a cleanser as well, and it's non-drying. So you can mix and match, and it all depending on what skin you wake up with.
Can you repeat that real quick? Can you repeat what you were talking about, an additional way of cleansing by mixing and matching?
Yes. So with the potion, the skin potion, you can use that as a cleanser, as a cream cleanser, I mean, as an oil cleanser as well. You just take 2 drops and mix it with hot water, and then you massage that on your face and skin. It also takes away makeup, and then you remove that with wet cloth or wet towel. And that's it.
You said the skin potion. Do we have that in our kit?
Yes,
you have the tinted one.
Yeah, the tinted.
It comes tinted and non-tinted.
And then there's also the balancing skin potion with the CBD. And I could see how that would be a great first cleanse in the treatment room. If you have a client coming in with a lot of makeup, you could go in with your oil cleanser, then go in with your second cleanse with with the elderflower.
It's a great introductions to the products and smell and so forth as well. So yes, I mean, a lot of these products you can use in many different ways. It's just depending on what you need to do for your clients, especially with the enzyme. You can mix that with just the elderflower as an example. You apply that on someone's skin, and then you apply a gauze over that just to hold that enzyme to work beneath the skin a little extra. So there are so many ways you can do with the enzyme.
And then we had another question: how long has the finished product been on the market?
Well, the finished products actually just been around. I kind of upgraded the looks and feel and smell, and it took a while to get the smell right. So during pandemic, actually, so I launched it somehow last year in January, February, I believe. Slowly, each product was all pre-made or formulated long ago. I just happened to put it together now.
Well, that definitely speaks to the integrity of the product launching during the pandemic of 2020, that it's still done so amazing.
Yes, I am always so busy. I travel all over the world and I take care of so many clients all over the world. And sometimes I need to divide myself to 5 people to help with, formulating and so forth. And I am quite Swedish in that way. The way my mind works is that you do everything, and for me, I didn't have a designer that is going to sit and design for me and so forth. I felt like, this is how I feel it's going to look like, how it's going to feel. And I want it to look inviting, but at the same time, somewhat not too new agey because it's overly natural. And I don't ever, highlight the CBD as a CBD product. To me, CBD is used for medicinal purposes for the skin. I look at it as the highest antioxidant plant on earth to help fight, inflammation in the tissues. So I don't ever talk about it like perhaps it's a trend now, but I created these already in 2003, 4. So yeah.
Do we have any other questions for Julie? This was a treat. We didn't even, it was a nice little surprise that we got Julie herself.
Yeah, I thought it was good for me to just kind of explain to you guys also CSS, the background of the products and why they're being created and the reason for it. Because sometimes we are so bombarded with so many, there are tons of incredible products out there, but I just wanted something that is soothing, nourishing, repairing, rejuvenating, and a natural kind of capsule rather than the cosmeceutical way that we are now being met with every day. They are fantastic for corrections, but in the end, the correction in itself, the healthy tissues needs to begin with the healing, with the repairing. And the product works really well with cosmeceutical products. So it's not like, oh, you have to tell your clients to use the whole full line. No, if they love maybe some growth factor product, maybe said, it's great, seal that in, put them in there, because this product, the green system, is going to make your skin look dewy and glowy naturally. So yeah, that's the reason why it's popular.
That's an excellent point, because many estheticians have clinical brands, and it's very good to know that they can be blended together for optimal results. I love to seal in with oil. I'm all about that.
Yeah. Yes. No, it's necessary these days. Then the oil you can use on your lips. People with really dry eyebrows, or beneath the eyebrows, scaly eyebrows. The oils is fantastic, especially the balance. So, and if you feel like it's too much of an oil feeling, mix that with the essence. So that's why I'm saying, like, you can mix and match so much. You can create your own little signature treatments with the products in the treatment room, however you want it. So But it's good to introduce the product in the treatments room, because that's how you'll be able to sell it, for them to go home, because then you get the feedback. Wow, this smells good. This feels fantastic. My skin looks great. I think that's so important as a skin specialist. And when I've been in this industry, I've been teaching so many of my mini-me's, so to speak, how to actually help to sell the product, because we are not really salespeople. We are not hey, you need to get this. It's actually not me at all. But I know what's going to be good for the tissue, and what I recommend is always, for the purpose of that, rather than selling your products just to sell.
And then, sorry, we have FedEx just coming, so if you hear background noise. But someone asked, Michelle asked, do you have a sunscreen or eye cream? I know the Green Beauty line does not, but we are just carrying on the anti-aging line. Does that have a sunscreen or eye cream in it?
No, combined together, they have such a high antioxidant. So that is going to be your protections. I do not create any sunscreen at the moment, because there are so many good ones out there that you can correct and repair. And there are mineral sunscreen. There are just so many. There are companies that just make sunscreen. So for me, I felt like I didn't want to focus my resources on making a sunscreen. For the eyes, I know some have asked, because of the products, they are so gentle, even for under the eyes. So I tell all my clients, when it comes to the Green Beauty, you can apply it under the eyes, whether you have, fine lines. Oftentimes, fine lines is because you dry. So, skin is like a sponge. So you need to plump it up. So come up with something that's going to plump those out, is hydrating it. So if a client's begin to hydrate the skin, 25% of that fine lines becomes less, right? So the 24 hours dewy is amazing for under the eyes.
Mm-hmm. And you also have those beautiful Ageless Beauty eye patches that your client can either sleep in or apply. So that's a great one.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I collaborated with the Dreambox Beauty on that one. Mm-hmm. I love everything sustainable. So most of my clients actually bring the packaging back to me for a sustainable aspect. So I said, what can we do with the products that multi-use, sustainable, last long, and so forth. So the patches were great, but then you need something more. You can't just put patches on your face and thinking that's going to do it. Mm-hmm. Our skin doesn't have the osmosis enough to bounce back in and nourish the skin. So I've created the rose, the hyaluronic acid rose for the eyes. It is very popular. It is amazing. It's very soothing. And hyaluronic acid, as we know, plumps out those lines. So yeah, that we have to have our next workshop on those, I think.
And class attendees, so just to let you know what we're talking about, Julie has collaborated with Dreambox Beauty. So you can find that on our website as well, just under brands, Dreambox Beauty, and you'll see all of her collaboration products there. That lovely rose hyaluronic acid serum that she's discussing, as well under Julie's brand, Julie Lindh Skin Expert. You can read all about her ageless system brand as well. And we will be moving forward with some education on that in April or May, I believe. So stay tuned for some more education. Okay, so we do have a question. Will you demonstrate the green enzyme mask, or is there a protocol info link or document we can send?
Yeah, I am working on, it calls the green facial, the green raw beauty facial or raw green facial. It's a very simple how you use this product into the treatment room. So it can be added into your half an hour express green beauty, or you can do a full on with the steam, the pore cleansing and such. And I have a tendency to add the tools. So if you're already using some of my tools, such as the Beauty Wand 1.0 or 2.0, those are great to implement into the 60 minutes facials that you can charge a little extra. So it's like science meeting nature kind of thing. And that's been very popular among estheticians to be able to sell both of the high-tech beauty and the plant-based products. So it's more like you get the results that you want to see in a client's face, and then they feel like, wow, this is a little extra than just a normal typical facials. So yes, I have a 30-minute, 60 minutes. I can send that to Kelly, and then she can distribute them out. It's very simple, but this could be a good selling points for Estes. When you bring in a new line, an example, if you decide to bring in the line, then you would invite your clients and pick 15 and say that, I am doing a very special 15, little mini treatments for you to experience what the green beauty can do for you on a natural base. And that's pretty much how I've taught all the esthetician how to sell the products, is that you have to invite them in. They feel special. They can feel and touch and smell the products. And then, makes it easy for you to sell. It sells by itself, pretty much.
Perfect. And I'll send those demo videos to all of our class attendees so everyone can get it.
And just also for reference, under the education tab on our website, under Zoom classes, we have 3 recorded green beauty demo videos there with the international educator, Dawn Sanders. So you can also check those out when you have time as well.
Yes. Yes. I hope this helps. And, as a creative formulator and so forth, I always have so many ideas. Ideas keep coming, and I try them all as well in the treatments. Oh, what else can I do with this product? Oh, what else? So going forward, anything that is a little bit new or whatever craziness that I will do in the treatments room, I'll sure to inform Kelly so she can add into the Green Beauty page, so that you have some ideas. Sometimes we get bored, doing the same thing all the time, and then try to create something new in a client when you're unsure the results, or you're thinking, oh my God, what happened if I do this? You just need some guidance. I think a lot of Estes needs that at this time, because there's so many estheticians that goes on their own today, which was not possible at all, maybe even 10 years ago. Everybody worked in the spa, and but now you can do your magic on your own, but then you don't have somebody to teach you a lot about things and how to do treatment. My strengths have always been in treatment room as well as science in formulation, so made it my life easier. So I do do aggressive treatments, and then I test it with the plant-based, and I said, wow, this diffused it really immediately. That's how I am able to kind of help to educate people. So it's so you don't have to go through those trial and errors.
Love it.
Can you repeat real quickly the protocol for just the green enzyme face mask if I wanted to do it when we were done with class today?
Yes. So if you just want to do an add-ons, let's say you have your own menu and you want to add in, a green enzyme treatment. So the way you do it, you will apply the enzyme. In order to get the aggressive results, or you need to be aggressive as well, because otherwise the client is not going to feel any difference, right? So during steaming, you will then apply, after dermaplaning usually comes the steam, and then you will mix the green enzyme with hot water first, just a paste, just to activate that. Then you can add the oil, however your client's skin looks like, the oil or the essence. Apply that on the client's skin. Under the steam, you take the pore cleansing brush. I think Kelly, I don't have it handy here, but Kelly can probably show. It's the pink brush. It's a silicone brush. You use the brush side during the steaming for about 3 minutes. So you brush that to activate it even more so. And that is going to help to unplug a lot of the clogged pores already for you. And it opens up that, you know, pore opening, makes it, yes, there it is. Very easy. Then you turn it to the other side with the spatula. You hold, you know, whatever you mix it. Usually I would then scrape that under the steam because it makes it easier so it doesn't dry up. And then you use your towel, cottons, whatever. You begin to see that the skin is kind of like lighten up a bit, because it does. It just automatically, it's brightened skin up, which is fantastic. Then it's going to be super easy for you to do extraction. So that could be a good add-on to a treatment. Usually, you know, I tell you can charge $35, $40, depending on your areas. So it's a little extra. And then you tell the clients, this is going to unplug, it's going to digest your dead skin cells. It's manual, but at the same time, it's non-chemical, it's a peel, but it's very, you know, on a milder side, but you get things done. So it's even better than lactic peel or glycolic, whatever you use. I actually don't use too much acid peel in my treatments room since I stopped working with the enzyme.
I like the fact that your whole approach is the nourishing, particularly the green enzyme mask. The approach on it. You mentioned adding an additional oil. Would that be the CBD tinted oil or the elderflower oil?
You can. So when you're doing with the oil, so let's say a person comes in and they have a lot of clogged pores, but they have this superficial dehydration on the surface that makes it hard to almost, you know, extract those, right? And we only have so many minutes to extract someone's skin. That's when you want to soften that tissue, that actually the wall of the pores, and massaging that with the brush, that is what's going to help. And when you're using it with the balance, the CBD one, it gets rid of inflammation at the same time. So because you're using heat from the steam and then you're using the enzyme, so you kind of like, you know, it works together, but it works against the irritational. It's really, really amazing what this enzyme can do, actually. So it's an old school enzyme.
And
It
Michelle,
does the
great. And then
Michelle, you didn't get the balance, but you could do the tinted
you could do,
version.
yes, you could do any type of oil that you feel like your skin, you know. The oil is just going to be there to kind of nourish the surface at the same time, so it doesn't strip down the skin. Because that is how people go home with lots of redness after extractions, is because we tendency to strip the skin dry, and then we put the steam, and then we press, and then, you know, acid on top of that, right? So you want to clean their skin, but it doesn't have to go through this craziness. It's just science. So
do you use the balance oil, Kelly?
Yes, I've used the balance, I've used the potions, and I've used the essence. So it just depends on what we're seeing in the treatment room or on myself. We have a wood burning stove, so I'm using it more for nourishing now. So I'm choosing the potions.
And if you have a client who's a little bit more inflamed and they do have that acne that you want to calm down, then I probably would gravitate more towards the balance to add in the green enzyme, because it does have that beautiful CBD, and you'll see that instant calming of the irritation.
And again, we don't have that.
You don't have that one, but you do have a coupon code. So if you want to try it,
definitely,
now's a good time.
Looking forward to it. I'm
good.
It's very nice to meet you, and I really enjoyed your presentation.
Oh, thank you. As I said to Kelly, you know, I'm never on the screen. So it's my first time to actually introduce the products, and I realized, oh my God, how far I've come. You know, because as I mentioned earlier, it's like first it started with one product, and then you get demand, and I listened to my clients and said, okay, I'm going to create another, and this is the result. So So far, after now a year, with the new upgraded, it's been fantastic, and everyone's been so happy, and it has healed so many clients' skin and of overdose of using too many harsh products at home, because now it's everywhere on social media. Oh, you need to do this peel, you need to do this thing. Oh, you can dermaplane your skin at home. Oh, you can do microdermabrasions at home. So I think skin has gone through so many overdose of too good stuff, because they don't listen to us, right? When we said, oh, you can only come once a month for your dermaplaning. No, they're going to dermaplane every 3 days because they see the stuff is coming out. So I think that's why there's so many skin that comes today with lots of inflammation, redness, inflammation, irritations, and so on. So you don't want to add more to that by using too high cosmeceutical clinical product. You want to soothe that first, reset that, and then we can start correcting again for anti-aging and so forth. But by adding just more products, your body just bounce out. It just doesn't want to do anything, and that's also the reason sometimes you may hear from your clients, well, I don't know if it gave me any results. I don't see anything. Everybody loves this product. That's because the skin was so inflamed, it can't even penetrate. Nothing can come through, and they were like, stop. So that in itself is hard for clients to understand, but that's your job.
Well, perfect. Do we have any last minute questions? If you guys think of anything, feel free to email me. It's Julia, Jullea, at California Skincare Supply. Also, if you need anything else, I'm here to help you.
And we will forward those protocols on to you as soon as Julie sends them to me. And thank you so much for joining us. I hope you tune in for our next class on Julie's Ageless System line. And you can tune in to some past classes if you're interested in her Ageless Wands. They are phenomenal. They're solar powered. You can tune into those classes. They're all free, and they're on our website, so you can watch them at any time. And thank you so much, Julie. It was such a pleasure.
Yes.
And we appreciate your knowledge and everything that you've brought to us, and we love the brand.
Yeah, thank you so much. This was fun. So next time we will go deeper.
Okay. Julie is putting in her email address right now for y'all. You can reach out to her with any questions. And yep, perfect. And everyone have a lovely week.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.